What's up, guys? The Game of Cow here. We're gonna play some 10-0 Rapid to get some practice games in. We're gonna start off with 1d4. Hopefully, I can talk you guys through my process. I played this guy before. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Hopton attack. This is a sideline against the Dutch that's aimed against knight f6. There are quite a few anti-Dutches. There's this interesting g4 line, but I think bishop g5 is good. I know d5 is the main. This is also a move, and after here you go e3. Um, The position gets kind of bonkers, I'm not gonna lie. So knight f6, the bishop comes here. Uh, yeah, and now I'm not really sure what to do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking, like I know you play h4 in these positions. Um, yeah, let's start with h4. I'm not exactly sure. To provoke this, and you want to get a knight to this square. I'm pretty sure. And if they allow us to trade, yeah, okay, so I wonder if we even push again. Um, I'm also debating like bishop c4, because he would need to play d5, which would be a waste of time. Well, we gotta play fast, so let's play bishop d3. I think this is the most natural move. c4 is also interesting. Okay, bishop d3 can't be a bad move, right? Okay, we always need to watch out for this break, e5. He might prepare the next move with knight d7. We even have ideas to break with f3 at some point. I think h5 would be good to try to get a knight to this square. Not sure. Um, yeah, I'm really not sure. Yeah, okay. I want to play a quick knight c3 e4 actually, because now there is no. Okay, yeah, well, let's go for that. Knight c3 e4. Let's just play for a quick e4. Um, okay, he's putting pressure on the center. So we go e4, we drop this pawn. I'm wondering if we can go e5. Okay, what if we go e4 anyways? Takes, takes. Okay, let's go knight d2. He's gonna go e5, I think. And then e4. Yeah, perhaps this bishop is misplaced. Yeah, this bishop is misplaced. Takes. Pawn takes. Okay, if I go queen d2, he pushes. I go here. Pushes. I'm not sure if that's so great for him. Yeah, I just want to get castled, to be honest. Yeah, if he goes here, I might just give up the bishop. I probably can go here, here, here. I mean, it's not clear to me at all what's going on. I just want to get castled. Okay. I think we're just gonna castle. So I'm even debating of opening things up now that his king is in the center. He's played a bit slowly with all these pawn moves. F3 is an interesting idea to try to strike at the center. I want to play E4. Takes, E4. How is that looking? My bishop gets completely shut out of the game. That's the only issue. Okay, my opponent hasn't committed yet. So I'm calculating takes, pawn takes, E4 here, bishop here. I don't know. Maybe I start with F3 and then go for takes, E4 because then I can maybe put my bishop on this diagonal. Okay. So this is the only move. Again, if he pushes, I don't know. I don't know. This should be good for him, I think. It should be, but I don't actually know. Because now I have this square on F4, right? Like I think this guy's been a bit overconfident. I can now put pressure on here. Because the knight's now coming into here. He's quite far in development. I don't know how many pawn moves he's made, but he's made quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, now my knight's coming here. This is natural. And now he has to move the bishop here, right? Okay. I know king b1 is always a useful move in these positions. I'm trying to figure out what else we can do. So f3 is the main break we should be playing for. So can I go f3 now? f3 takes. I feel like that just gives him this square. Um, okay, let's just go king b1. Let's keep it moving. Like I said, he should be doing better here, I think. I don't know. We do have a lot of pressure here. Again, f3 is the main break we want to be playing for. Maybe queen e2 was better to sidestep this pin. Don't know. Like rook f1, f3 takes. So f3 takes. I feel like I just give him the square. I don't want to give him the square. Yeah, queen d2. That seems logical. Okay, can we break open the center? So c4 is the main break we're going to be playing for, I think. So I'm going to go a3 to just restrict this bishop, and we're going to have to figure out how to break. This position's very locked. Um, okay, I'm going to play a move that looks a bit strange. Thinking like here, takes. Does this transformation help me? I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think we want to keep the pressure here. I want to play rook c1 and c4 at some point. That's like my only active plan. So maybe I go rook c1, knight h4. If he goes here, then I go here. Yeah, I like this idea. Let's start with this. So he doesn't have any ideas of his own. We can think of coming here, and at least we get the bishop pair. So I'm thinking here and then c4. Okay, so he stops this, but now he creates a weakness here. So I think rook c1 and c4 is what we're going to play. Rook c1. Yeah, we're going to play rook c1 and c4. This typically happens with f4 on the other side. Okay, so he's stopping that. Ooh, it's actually a good move. Because now he's starting to take... So c4 is not working here. Okay, what if I come here? Seems like a one move threat. If I come here, I'm threatening. Okay, what about like takes, check? That doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, we do have to hurry up. I am gonna play this move, I think. Oh, but it gets way of... Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go here. Okay. Come back. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I need to bring the knight back here and go for c4. He's putting a lot of pressure on my position. Okay, we gotta go knight c3. I think he's winning a pawn. He can take intermezzo. Because he's hitting here. Yeah, he's winning a pawn. Okay. We have to go here to sidestep anything here. Okay, he's clearly better here. But maybe we can pose some problems on this. I'm wondering even if knight takes here was a thing to come here. So I'm just thinking we gotta get the rooks in. We are down a pawn, but okay, we have some pressure. Thinking even here, here, here. That's probably the plan I'm gonna go for. As soon as he moves his knight here, I gotta take on here. Maybe not. This looks very scary. Okay. Let's come here. We're gonna put our rook here. We also maybe have ideas of something coming here. But mainly I just want to get these two moves in. Okay, g5 is interesting. So I'm calculating takes. Okay, so takes, knight takes. I think we just go into this ending down a pawn, to be honest. Let's just go into an ending down a pawn. I don't mind this. We'll just go into an ending down a pawn. It's not the end of the world. We're just gonna double up, and we can create some threats on c7 maybe. We do need to fix my knight, which maybe we can go like this. He does have the bishop pair. He's clearly better here, I think. But it's not so easy to prove. Okay. There's pressure here. This is my plan. I want to get the knight. Okay, gotta be careful. If I go... Okay, if I go here, can he take... So, okay, we gotta... Let's push h4 maybe? Or maybe we take... Yeah, let's take and let's come... Let's force this thing to move again. Okay. Can even think of coming in here. Maybe he has something here. We just want to create pressure. I'm probably going to come in here and here, actually. Let's get in on this weak square. Because my pieces, I think, are more active. Okay, comes there. Okay, let's come here and here. Okay. How do we make progress? Maybe I swing the rook over one square. Let's bring the knight back here, actually. Let's go g3 to dominate this knight. Let's go king here to protect this pawn. Okay, how can we add more pressure? Maybe I can swing the rook over this way. Maybe idea is to come here. Ah, I missed this. Okay. Okay. Sacking back the exchange. I don't think there's a mate here quite. Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel kind of bad. This guy was completely beating me, but I mean, I might as well get a flag once in a while. At least it's not me getting flagged. So this is a really, really bad game. Like really, really. I mean, I just hung my rook at the end. Um, yeah, let's analyze the game. This is a really bad game. I'm not really too familiar with the Hopton attack, so um, yeah, let's get into the analysis because I didn't play this game well at all. Um, at least I didn't get flagged this time. Uh, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm gonna cut to the analysis, and yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, so we come to the analysis portion of the game. So I've already put the game into a study. Again, I think this is a pretty abysmal game. I'm not gonna lie, pretty bad game from my part. I don't think I played well at all. I kind of, this sort of happens to me when I see my opponent's ideas like e5, and then I just let it happen. Like I really hate when I play like that because I notice when I play well, it's when I'm actively like I'm not lazy. Like I really try to figure out how to stop my opponent's plans. So yeah, I'm looking at the database and H5, like my original instinct, I think was a good move to make sure that I can play like this sort of maneuvery um, a bit easier and just gain an outpost on G6. So this is what I should have played. I'm making this the main line. Bishop D3 is what I played. H5. I thought this was very slow. Knight C3. I wanted to play E4 right away, but I think my opponent played a good move. Knight C6, because now I can't play E4 right away. So I'm now debating whether I should have gone Knight D2 to meet Knight C6 with C3. But then E5, E4. Um, this gets quite bizarre, because I think he's winning a pawn here, right? This doesn't even work. So, yeah, I'm not exactly quite sure what I should have played here. Uh, I played knight c3 because I wanted to play e4, but I think knight c6 was a very good response. Knight d2, e5, yeah, and here I already kind of liked black's position um, quite a bit. I think the engine, I don't know why it's saying plus +0.9, but it likes bishop to b5, which I'll explore this line on my own because I don't really like to just get spoon-fed the answers. I'll probably try to calculate some lines and figure out why the computer believes bishop b5 is better. But I mean, I guess my idea behind bishop b5 is you wanna just take twice. Like literally, you just want to take twice on here. So they probably have to defend with like if they play here, I'm assuming we have this. Yeah, this is what I'm assuming we have. Is this like the line? This might be the idea, right? Because if he tries to like push. First of all, we gain this outpost, and also we're just gonna play here, and we can actually sack a piece. This is like a very common motive, because this is still pinned, right? I mean, this makes sense. Okay, cool. So this is a nice idea to remember. Okay, like you can, if they're pressuring your center like this, you can always throw in a pin. But this just felt very unnatural because I've already moved the bishop to d3. But okay, knight e2. Yeah, and the engine is still on. I don't know why it's still on. Can I like turn it off? Yeah, I don't know why the evaluation is still on. Okay, now it's off. Okay, cool. So queen d2, I just thought I wanted to castle long. Yeah, and yeah, here I thought he was doing well. This is like a reverse King's Indian, ironically, on like the other side of the board, if that even makes sense. Like the King's Indian is normally when the pawns are like this, but this looks like a reverse King's Indian. And here I guess this is where like the like where we really start playing chess because we have all of our pieces developed. We've established our pawn structure. The key breaks I saw were c4 and f3. F3 I felt was going to be very difficult to get in, so I wanted to get in c4. Knight f4 I thought was natural, just to I mean this is just an improvement of the knight. But maybe this is a lazy move. Maybe you know what I should have done? Um Actually it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible. I thought maybe I should have gone knight f4 earlier, but that's not possible because the square only gets cleared up here. So Okay, king b1. I thought this is useful. I wanted to prepare c4. Perhaps maybe I should have gone for this plan quicker to go c4 like this, but this feels very sketchy when your king is on the c file. And I wanted to prepare this with rook c1. So this whole idea, and maybe this is also too slow. Maybe I should have just gone here. But then maybe I allow bishop here. And I don't know. This seems a bit... this is like not terrible. Like, I mean... This seems interesting, right? We open up the D file. Maybe this is what I should have gone for. Maybe I should have been played a little bit quicker to go knight a5 right away. Um, we will see. We will see, though. I mean, I will look at that on my own, but I'm just talking you guys through my thought process. A3, knight h5. This is a good move by my opponent. I didn't realize how good this move was. This is a common move in the King's Indian as well. Like when you're going against as white, whenever their knight comes here and they're preparing to play f5, you always play g3, and the same sort of problems happen. It's kind of funny. Like it's just mirrored. And what I'm talking about is like let me just go to like I don't know. Let me just open up a new chapter. Or let me just go to I mean, is this sharing? It is sharing. Okay, cool. Like analysis, like there is this position. Okay, I mean I'm starting with e4, which doesn't make sense, but okay. c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, knight f3, castles, h3. Yeah, and there are some lines here, like, okay, after, let's say, e5, d5, knight here. I'm pretty sure g3 is the main move, right? Yeah, g3 is the main move, and it's the same idea. You meet f5 with, like, takes, and your knight sometimes can come to h4 or g5, and there's some pressure on the king side. So it's the same idea but reversed, which is kind of funny because this is like completely different opening, completely other side of the board. So I think g6 was a really good move by my opponent. Um, Rook c1. I wanted to prepare c4, but here he comes up with a very nice move. Knight h5. I completely missed this, and essentially I cannot play c4 because this is hanging. Um, and this is hanging. So like I wanted to play here to go c4 next, anyways. Maybe preparing it more, but this knight is hanging. So this is kind of putting the knight on c3. I mean, in these d4 structures is always a strategic error, and I guess here it doesn't change, but I don't know. Against the Dutch in particular, I always feel like the knight on c3 prepares e4, but yeah, and here I thought he was just better, to be honest. Like, I didn't really see too much. I got into this ending, and okay, obviously I misplayed this. Maybe I should have gone here right away. Yeah, maybe I should have gone here right away. He comes here, push. Because maybe I get some initiative on this pawn. Like, maybe. But at the same time, it just looks like he's better. Like, he's going to break here at some point and get a passer. He has the bishop pair. And there's also a lot of pressure on my king. Like, I think he's just clearly better here. But I think the main, you know, and again, I'm gonna look at this on my own because when I analyze on my own, I don't like to use the engine. And the only way to make this digestible for you guys is if I just use the engine and say what the moves are. Um, so I'm gonna look at this on my own, but I mean, just from looking at the game without an engine, I think knight c3 must have been a little bit of a critical mistake. Maybe even I go c4 here. I think c4 might be a little bit better. But still, like, this doesn't really prevent... Like, okay, maybe here I could meet knight c6 with d5. Maybe that's what the thing is, right? Because knight bd7, um... maybe I play d5 here. Maybe I just don't let him get this in. Like, maybe I just don't let him get this. Like, I just straight up don't allow him to get this move in. But then he gets a knight to c5, and this is like a King's Indian. Like, a really weird King's Indian. Um... Yeah, this is like a King's Indian with my bishop here and my knight is not and my pawn is on e3. But this looks interesting. This looks interesting. I don't know. This is something to look at, but um yeah, overall I think this is I don't know about instructive. This was like might have been one of the worst games. Like at the end I was just trying to flag the guy, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I always complain about people flagging me, but like at least this time I managed to flag this guy. Um But yeah, let's I'm gonna just leave it here. Um yeah, it's kind of yeah, I played a really bad game. I'm actually kind of really sad. Really bad game. It's just tough when it's only 10-0, and I don't like playing super long online. I'd rather just play over the board, longer time controls. So yeah, overall, you know, you live and you learn. I'm gonna analyze the game on my own, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.